Okay, we're finally gonna finish the Zelda Master Sword. And by finish, I mean we're gonna Electro Etch the designs that are supposed to be on there that we didn't put on there already. And I figured I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. So if you wanna know how to Electro Etch some stuff, check this out. So I cut these guys out on the vinyl cutter thing. So we're just gonna weed these out and then I'll show you what to do from there. Or at least I'll show you what I'm gonna do from there because I've never done this before. So we're doing it together. That was ridiculous. Okay, we got that done. So now what we're gonna do is use some of this packing tape as transfer tape. We're gonna put it over the top and then we're gonna use that to transfer it onto the actual blade. Kind of get some of that stickiness out of there. Then we're gonna stick it right like that. And then that way, when we peel the back off, we'll just have the parts we need exposed. And then we'll stick the whole thing onto the sword and we'll see how that goes. Not sure. We need everything to stay on the tape. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. Now we're gonna put it on the blade and see how that turns out. There. Make sure the vinyl is stuck on there. And then we're gonna take the tape off. See how this goes. Well then, that worked. Now this is my DC power supply. I got this on Amazon for like, I think it was 40 bucks when all was said and done, but I've seen some on there for 30 bucks. I'll show you how to set it up. Okay, so you got your negative lead and your positive lead. I wrote here so I don't forget that the positive lead goes to the metal. And then the negative lead, all I do is I take a piece of towel, right? I cut off a little chunk. This is what you're gonna wrap up to make like a little, deal to put on the negative lead, right? So I just roll it up like this. And then take your alligator clip for your negative lead and then pinch it on that cloth. Right, like that. Then this is the part we're gonna dip in our saltwater solution that we made. All it is a whole bunch of salt in some water, dissolved in water. There's no exact ratio, so it doesn't really matter. So when we turn this guy on, you can see I have it set at 12 volts because we're perfect like that, right? Yeah, right. And then we're gonna dip it into our saltwater solution. And then when we put it on our metal, it's gonna short the circuit or connect the circuit. And then it's gonna etch what's left over. Check it out. Okay, we're either gonna etch this or we're gonna ruin our blade. So we'll see how it goes. You should see it fizzing. See that? That lets you know that your circuit is complete now. And the voltage is at 12. You can see it's 1 amp, 1.2, 1.1, 1.0, and then it drops slowly. And then what we're gonna do is just kind of dab it as we go to make sure we get an even depth on our etch. We don't want to rub it because God forbid the vinyl comes off. You can see it fizzing in there. That lets you know that it's working. Okay, I went over it quite a few times. I should mention that it does get warm, so you need to be careful about that. And it does let off a little bit of smoke, or not smoke, but a little bit of fumes. You might be able to see it coming up there. So make sure you're in a well-ventilated area and that you're not breathing it in. Whatever kind of hydrochloric, whatever the heck it is that's coming off of there is, I'm sure, not good for you. It's not a terrible idea to wear gloves too. All right, we're gonna stop there before I completely ruin this thing. You can see that it gets it gets pretty gross and cooked on. So let's get it peeled off, see what it looks like, and we'll check it out. Looking good so far. Keep in mind, like I said before, I've never done this before, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're learning together. And if some of you out there know better ways or what I'm supposed to be doing, make sure you go ahead and let me know. But it's so far so good. All right, this is what we got. I like it. That came out pretty cool. Pretty even too. That was all a guess. So anyway, thanks for checking it out. Hopefully you learned something. I know I did. Yeah, pretty cool. Zelda Master Sword. Boom.